Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x equals 1024. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to factor out 4 to the power of x from the left-hand side of the equation. So if I factor out 4 to the power of x, 4 to the power of x divided by 4 to the power of x is 1. And I'm going to do the same thing with the rest of the terms. So now we have 4 to the power of x times 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And this is equal to 1024. Now 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, this is 4. And I'm still multiplying this with 4 to the power of x. And this equals 1024. Now, if you notice, these two have the same bases. And if whenever we're multiplying exponents, let's say we have a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So 4 to the power of x times 4 to the power of 1, because 4 is equal to 4 to the power of 1, this is going to be equal to 4 to the power of x plus 1, because x in this case is m and 1 is n. And this is equal to, I'm actually going to rewrite 1024 as 2 to the power of 10. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one of these bases so that they're the same as the other one. Because if we have two same bases, then we could just set the exponents equal to each other and solve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert 4 to 2. And 4 is actually equal to 2 squared, right? So I'm going to replace 4 here with 2 squared. And this is to the power of x plus 1. This is equal to 2 to the power of 10. Now, if we have an exponent in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is actually equal to a to the power of m times n. So we have 2 to the power of 2 to the power of x plus 1. And this is going to equal 2 to the power of 2 times x plus 1 in parentheses. Remember, it's going to be in parentheses. And this is still equal to 2 to the power of 10. Now, we're going to have to distribute this 2 to all the terms in our parentheses if we want to multiply. So now 2 to the power of x is 2x. And 2 to the power of, 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2 to the power of 2x plus 2, and this is still equal to 2 to the power of 10. Now, if you notice, both our bases are the same, meaning our exponents have to be the same as well. So that means that we have 2x plus 2 is equal to 10. Now, if we subtract 2 on both sides, we get 2x equals 10 minus 2 is 8. And now if we divide by 2 on both sides, we get x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 is our answer. Welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 5 minus 1 equals 0. Well, our first step is to isolate x, right? We want to get it by itself. So to do that, we need to get rid of this negative 1 here. So to do that, we need to get it to the other side, and how we're going to do that is we're going to add 1 on both sides. So these two would cancel out because negative 1 plus 1 is 0, so this would leave us with x to the power of 5 equals 0 plus 1 is 1. So now that we have this, well, we want to get rid of this exponent here. We just want to get x by itself because that's our goal, finding the value of x, right? So to get rid of this exponent, we got to do the opposite of it, which is finding the root of it. So because its exponent is 5, we're going to put this term to the root of 5. And that would result in both of these two canceling out because remember, these two are opposite and opposites cancel out. Just like minus 1 and plus 1, these two cancel out. So what we do on one side, we do on the other side. So we're also going to do the root of 5 on this side. Well, this x to the power of 5 to the root of 5, well, this is the same thing as x to the power of 5 times 1 over 5, right? Because the root of 5 is also 1/5. The square root is 1/2. So what this number is, that's just 1 over that number. And 5 times 1 over 5 is equal to 1, right? So this is x to the power of 1, which obviously equals x, equals the square root, 1 to the root of 5. Well, 1 to the root of 5, this is the same thing as 1 to the power of 1/5. And 1 to the power of anything is simply 1 because that's just how it is. So this is 1. And x to the power of 1 is x. So x equals 1. And this is our answer. Now, why don't we try plugging this in to our original equation? So if we substitute in 1 for x, we get 1 to the power of 5 minus 1 equals 0. Now 1 to the power of 5 is 1, so we get 1 minus 1 equals 0. And 1 minus 1 is obviously 0, so we have 0 equals 0. And because this is right, we know that x equals 1.